Hello again, my lovely sunwalkers, and welcome back to an episode of, well, Sitting Down with Soulwriter. This time I'm sitting down with you all again, a little bit one-on-one. Okay, the entire time one-on-one. It's been a while. As you can see here, I'm properly mic'd up this time. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me a little bit better. You're probably wondering what happened to the video quality between yesterday's upload about book two's unboxing. Check the cards. But I'm not using the same thing to record. I'm waiting on a new webcam to get here soon. So hopefully it's here in time for my next episode of Listening to the Voices in Our Heads. It's coming out next week, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. But a couple of other updates before we get that far. I'm going to be a little bit busy uploading videos this week, and that's in part because I am still doing marketing marathon-like stuff with book 2 of the Arsinoe Forest Alliance coming out. But I'm also going to be starting to teach again in the fall, so that's right around the corner for me any day now. I'm essentially waiting to be told, hey, your training day on our platforms that we use is blank. So with that being said, I'm trying to get the next to last episode and the last episode of Fiction in 5 recorded. I'm also trying to get another podcast recorded, and I wanted to actually give you guys some writing tips one-on-one that I've been kind of meaning to get around to giving you all this summer. I am doing a battle writing simulation this Saturday, August the 14th, at the Mountain Streams Arts and Music Festival in Fort Ashby, West Virginia. It's going to be at the Mineral County Fairgrounds, right off of Route 28. I'll be in the exhibit hall. Please come on by. I will have dice with me. I'm scrounging around the house trying to get as much dice as possible together for it. Anybody who participates in the demonstrations or who just comes to watch is going to be given 5 chances to enter the ARIA giveaway. So if you do stop by for that battle scene, please do not let me forget to give you your entry tickets, okay? The drawing for the ARIA giveaway, which is going to be a tabletop RPG starter kit, is getting pulled on September 6th when Book 2's launch party happens. That's going to be a live stream over on my YouTube channel, actually. Pizza party, too. Yes, pineapple belongs on pizza. Yes, the birthday girl will be eating it. So let's, have a little bit of fun together with that. And today, finally, we're going to get around to what this episode of Sitting Down with Soulwriter actually is. So I was talking to another author friend of mine recently about the title for her next book, and I've really been meaning to share this with you for a long time. As somebody who's married to a small business owner and who is taking every ounce of advice she can ask from said husband, I wanted to impart a branding technique to authors that are struggling to come up with a solid title. And you don't need to use this for just a standalone novel. You certainly can. But I find this tool as a serial novelist to be extremely beneficial. So I'm probably not going to use any of the titles that we come up with today. Now watch, I'll say that and I'll come up with a good one. But for my series, the Arsinoe Forest Alliance, I have a construction that I go by, which includes the words bound by. And yes, I'm going to blow this up because if y'all got bad eyes like me, that was hard to see. So bound by is going to be the first part of every one of my books for at least the first 5 books. I might change it for the last 3 in that series, but whatevs. So I'm going to go ahead and use note.ly for this. It's like online sticky notes. You can use index cards or sticky notes in real life. That's normally how I do it, as you might want proof of that. I'm not going to show you the front way, but here's Book 4's title to the Arsinoe Forest Alliance, along with who the couples are. And here's Book 5's title for the Arsinoe Forest Alliance, all in sticky notes, along with who the couples are, so I kind of keep on track why that title makes sense. But I figured for ease of displaying it, I might as well use a digital version because this might be more friendly to show, for one, than having to deal with a quote-unquote document camera. Quote-unquote. Yes, my cell phone's my document camera. I'm resourceful. I'm a little ghetto. I'm resourceful. But this is just going to be, I think, far more trackable and digital, and you can take a screen cap of it and whatever. Well, let me just show you what I do. So, Bound by is how I'm going to start at least the first 5 books in my title. Bound by is how I'm going to start the titles of my books for at least those first 5, like I said. So, I've got that sticky note there. I'm going to add another note, and these are kind of, draggable, is why I like this so much. That drag function is essential. So, bound by and the word, well, and are a part of every single one of my titles. I kind of have this pattern to them. It's, for example, the first title is Bound by Faith and Blood. The second title is Bound by Oath and Heart. If you want to find out the third one, come to my live stream on September the 6th and you'll hear it. So I think I've said it on a past video if you really go hunting through the archives. Anyway, I want to drag these 2 down here because a new note normally always pops up here on note.ly. And I just really want to have plenty of room to play with, because now what I'm going to start doing is kind of thinking in terms of making 2 columns. I need something to go here and then something on the other side of and, okay? Let's focus on column 1. That's going to be bound by blank. I got to get that first blank out of the way. Let's think of the 2 titles I already have so far. They're not tangible things. Fate, right? Oath. Got it. So these things are omniscient. They're honor words. They're strong. So I'm going to want to come up with a list of words that are similar in my mind. I'm sure there's a duplicate function, but I want to make sure people can see me do the font thing multiple times so they know where to find it. You model it enough, and you watch it enough, you hear it enough, it'll stick, I promise. Teacher brain. Anyway, so we had fate. Another good one that's coming to mind. Oh, I'm just going to think down a list of words here, and I might even just plug them into one sticky note and come back and show you them all separate, so just to save time. Let's come up with our list. Welcome back. The screen exploded on you a little bit in the process, didn't it? So it looks kind of chaotic, but essentially what I have is I have all of my column 1 stickies or notes that I'm going to try and keep them, as you can see, where I can switch them in and out. And I've got other ones in the second column over here now. So let me tell you a little bit more about this second column, just to review. This first column here for like love, loyalty, morals, and so on. Look at how they're like non-tangible nouns in one way. But if you look on the other side, there's also another theme, right? So you have things like stars, flame, they're kind of magical. Poison, times of day are very important. And these are all concepts that could be themes or important symbology to my novels at this point in time. And mind you, it's only 13 or 14,000 words written in book 3. So I have a ways to go, and I really have the first 5 books titles in mind already. So if I come up with something cool, I'll jot it down. If not, I worked my brain a little today in a good way. So we're going to go ahead and play some word games right now. I really do like this pattern, bound by blank and blank, because I really only have to think of 2 words. I have a lot of choices. I do like, just to kind of minimize some confusion here for you guys, I'll pull back away a little bit. I do like the bound by truth and dawn a little bit. kind of catchy. So if I do like it, what I'll do, let you see me delete my brainstorming list I meant to delete and didn't. If you're wondering where I got most of those words, random noun generators. Use them. They help. So since I do like these two, I'm going to put them way off in a corner. I'm going to kind of let them set together. Then I'll put a gap. You'll see what I mean. So bound by what? Which one really sticks out to me? I don't really like morals. So I'm going to just get rid of it altogether. Strife I don't like so much as I like the word luck. So luck, dragon. Bound by luck and, well, if you want to go for the double L, luck and lyric is good. If I wanted to break formation, I could steal and go luck and love, but I really don't want to. Bound by luck and harmony, that could be a strong title, right? So what I'll do is I'll bring them over here and stack them. They're buddied up. And notice I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Did that on purpose, okay? I'm kind of preventing myself from chaos by being organized and coordinating it as much as I can. So let's go ahead and try one more. And yes, teacher is going to suggest that you try a couple on your own. You can steal what's on the screen and put them in the comments below, or not, but it'd be nice. And if you've listened in this far, why not give me a subscribe and a like? I mean, you listened this far, it must have been halfway good. So, one more example. Bound by, well, my book does have 1 foot in love, and I drug it out into the muck and then put it back later. So, bound by love and, now I do like bound by love and lyric. Bound by love and stars would make sense for my series to a degree. Melody definitely makes sense. And I'm kind of thinking in my head now for certain characters. If I were to write the character, I'm going to go ahead and say, wait a minute, whose POV makes sense? Truth and Dawn, Luck and Harmony. Automatically, I have 2 characters in my mind, and they're members of the Winged Ones. So do I want to keep going on with the music thing at all? I did already hit on music. Let me give myself another option. Sorry, Mardigan. So I'm guessing almost that this could be a book for either Toos or maybe even Bear and Captain 5, even now that I'm looking at this option. This really makes sense for Toos's story subplot in book 2. So this could be a really good short story prelude for him. I probably won't keep it for when I do the origin stories for the Winged Ones. Coming soon, maybe, to Kindle Vella? Anyway, that's a long ways away, guys. Don't get your hopes up too high. I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside. It's a good idea. I like it, so I'm going to kind of put it here. I do like the idea of the stars one, Love and Stars, so yeah, I'll chuck that there. That really makes sense for Captain 5, not just because of his name is Captain either. When you get to know the very silent co-leader of the Winged Ones a little bit better, you'll understand. But I also really do like the use of the moon here. Maybe that's just because I grew up watching far too much Sailor Moon as a kid that I'm pulling this out, and maybe I would pay homage to her. So since I do like moon, I'm actually going to kick that out because it's the odd one between moon and stars. And because, well, there's an underrated series of Sailor Moon. Go Stars! I'll go ahead and keep this one as my other option. So I could have 3 pretty solid titles here. I'm going to safety safe, put them all together on the side, and get rid of any I did not utilize. So just clear the board. I'm sure there's a faster way to do this, and people are like, O'Malley, you're going on forever. It's okay. If you listen this far, it's okay. So I will go ahead and 1, 2, see what I'm going to do? 1, 2, 1, 2. Now these categories can become stationary because it's just easier to move these, and I'm sometimes a little resourceful, lazy, resourceful in this case. And I will just play around with this again and again until I really find the one I like or a combination thereof. I want to try and make it look a little pretty. Now, at this point, you could use something like the snipping tool. I keep it down here on my desktop. They're trying to do away with it and replace it with something far clunkier. This is old school Microsoft. Let us have it. Or you could just do actual old school print screen to do a screen capture. I'm going to just use snip tool because I can literally grab what I want and then floppy disk save it wherever I like. So that's just a little quick rundown of this technique. A lot of brands do use it. A lot of big companies use it to make new names for products all the time. I've seen in a couple of Hollywood movies where a playwright or an author used this technique too after my husband mentioned it. And I said, yeah, why am I not using this? So, to anybody out there who is struggling to come up with a solid title for your book, serial or not, look at the themes in your book, look at the symbols in your book, the things that are important to it, and play around a little bit. Have some fun. This is really healthy for your brain. And as I always say, take care of yourselves a little bit better each day. Thank you for dealing with the chaotic run through of this. Hopefully, the next one will be a little bit more smooth for you all. Have a great, safe weekend. I hope to see you at Fort Ashby's event on Saturday, August the 14th. Bye, lovelies.